Okay, in previous video we had seen the importance of prompt and maximum tokens, how we can customize the output, we can communicate with our ChatGPT. Now I am going to illustrate how to create a function that can be a large chunk of text and summarize it by picking out the keywords. Because the model is able to understand language, it is then able to pick out the most important word and phrase for us. We create our function and provide message to the model with instructions and examples of how we want the model to respond here. Okay, so I'm going to create this code setting up the client with this giving model. So I'm going to provide this value here. This value will be there only. Now in this code we can see the second type of message. We can see the first type are system messages. So these messages provide instruction to the model on what you want it to do and how it should respond and behave right. The second type of message is user message. This is an example of user input. So in this case the user input would be the block of text we want to summarize. And the third type of message is an assistance message. This is an example of the correct output of the user input. So here we have keywords that have been pulled out from the block of text provided by the user. These assistant messages serve an example of how the model should respond, and you are giving these responses based upon temperature, based upon maximum tokens, and what kind of responses they need to perform. Let's run this code. And we have set OpenAI key client, and I'm just imported everything there in upcoming code, and I'm going to provide this example here. Okay, so if you want to find some example, you will need to provide some prompt. So I'm going to give in this prompt. So I'm going to provide in Teleperformance, secure, multiple, United Kingdom, COVID-19, and so on. So I'm going to provide what kind of summary would be there. I just copy this code from certain website, and then I'm going to provide, I'm asking what kind of summary should be there. Let's see other example of this code. I'm giving the another example, Teleperformance employees content, mandatory, and the other fact is giving from the relevant website, and then I can go ahead. Above these two paragraphs I have taken from this website, Teleperformance secured, multiple, United Kingdom, and this is the fact given on this Wikipedia for my Teleperformance. Maybe this might be incorrect or correct, I do not have that idea, but it's giving basic idea. It's gonna give you a quick review of the summary of this text, how we are going to implement this summary part. This another paragraph also taken from the relevant website, and I'm going to provide this summary part to the relevant Teleperformance company. So I'm going to provide this text and going to run this text with this value. So when we print this generated text output, we can see that this is a keyword from our piece of text above. In this lesson we have seen we are able to provide message to our model in order to get it to work in different tasks. Can you see it's going to summarize in that way that we want to perform. Let's see how this poetic chatbot is going to perform there. So I'm going to write the code first so that we can go back to this code here. Can you see this is the entire code for my poetic chatbot. I want response in poetic chatbot. This is the relevant function. The messages parameter in OpenAI chat completion is a list that each message in the list has a system role, it's a kind of system, user, or assistance, a content field that contains message breakdown. For example, system message having role system. So this is the first role system. You can see this is the first role system. So it's saying you are a poetic chatbot. It's just giving a role, system role, that sets the AI's behavior, instructing it to respond poetically. User message role user. These represent the question asked by the user. For example, content is when was Google founded. Assistant role is there. It's giving the response. What kind of response is there? So these are AI's poetic response. The content in the late 19 has sparked it, ignite, and so on. Okay, so dynamic user is role user. You can see this is the next role is user, and this final message dynamically insert the prompt parameter, and meaning whatever input the user provides, we will be adding to the conversation. This is how we are providing simple prompt values and message is there, and then I'm going to provide this temperature and maximum token I need to perform. Let's run this text model, and then I'm going to provide a prompt for my relevant company. How Teleperformance deal with employees, write a poem. Okay, or let's say I'm just removing this part and giving this prompt only. Can you see it's giving this dwell, it's giving this well, and it's giving this grand, and it's giving this value. Okay, let's print this prompt only. Okay, or giving some answer equal to, and then writing answer here. Can you see it's giving that rhyming? So in the realm of customer care, it's a heat, it's employees, indeed, and it's giving that kind of proper poetic answer. So this is the response in the format of poem, not in a proper channel. So this is how we are defining role of our chatbot, and by giving the prompt engineering. So this is just walk you through the prompt and poetic chatbot, how you can deal with the other part of this text summarizing. In the next session, we will see how this LangChain is working for the same module. See you in the next video.